Hi there. So I wanted to share just a quick little video about some of the ways that we have been surviving in quarantine. And it's been a couple weeks now that things have been shut down here. We've actually got 6 total weeks off of school. And currently we have lockdown for 2 weeks on no businesses other than essential businesses being open. So I'm not able to do hair. It's just been changing, I'm sure, as you know, where you are as well on a daily basis. So we've been just adapting to it and trying to roll with the punches. And Langston has gone from having so much intervention for his autism with therapy and also having his preschool, his special needs preschool program, to now having like 3 days a week for just a few hours, very reduced in-home therapy, almost, you know, like a third or less than a third of what he had before. And then Franklin has been home the whole time, of course, getting bored. He's been cooking. So we've just been doing our best. I know everybody's doing their best. And I think at the end of the day, I hope that we can all understand that no matter what decisions someone else is making, they're probably doing their best to juggle that balance between needing to make money to provide for their family, wanting to stay healthy, wanting to be socially responsible. It's a lot to take on, and it came on all of us all of a sudden. And especially for those of you who are also independent workers, AKA sole proprietors, businesses of one, like me. The tax stimulus deal is probably not going to help us a lot, and that sucks. So anybody that has gotten hit extra hard, I feel for you. I'm right there with you. This whole situation is just crazy, and I hope we all make it through it. Keep going strong. I hope this little video gives you just some ideas maybe about things that you could be doing with your kids, or maybe it just is like a little stress relief, a break from your life in terms of just seeing a little glimpse of our life. So happy quarantine, I guess. This is my way of socially connecting with you. I want to hear from you in the comments, and I am thinking of doing a Q&A on the Netflix film, since a lot of people are watching Netflix these days, and I've heard from a lot of people who have seen the documentary, The Rachel Divide, for the very first time. So I was thinking of doing a little Q&A about the film, so let me know if that sounds interesting to you. So we started off quarantine with not only being shut in, but also snowed in. So it was like double quarantine almost. This is literally when school was called off for 6 weeks. So this is what happened that weekend, that very first weekend, we got all this snow. It just dumped. And this is in March, of course. So we were actually starting to get spring weather. Little flowers were starting to come up. And then it just dumped snow. So, yeah, it was like being doubly shut in for a minute. And we've just been home, running around, wearing sweatshirts, you know, not caring really. This is Franklin and his cat, Nala, playing video games with, of course, the hat on, probably because it's snowing outside. So what I've been doing with Langston is doing little themes. Every couple days or so, I change his little area in the living room to a theme. So the first one we did was animals. So I tried to sort out all of his toys, and I also did musical instruments. So music and animals. And then I put all of his other toys away. And then the next time, you know, I did a couple days later, I did another theme and so on. And this just like helps him keep his toys fresh. It keeps his attention span a lot better so that it, you know, he doesn't just get bored out of his mind from having everything available every single day and kind of lose track of stuff. So it makes some things seem new. He's really looking at this little animal book closely. And even though I know how he loves, like he really loves animals. He loves books, but he also really likes checking out sometimes more like college textbooks or even Franklin's high school textbooks. So in addition to setting out the little animal books for him from, his kids' books, I also put out Franklin's environmental studies book along with these things in his little stash. And so he went on to discover that, of course, and really loves that. So this is it's called My Big Book of Animals. And in addition to the toys and stuffed animals and puzzle, I had a puzzle out, animal puzzle. I also put his little fake aquarium. I got this on Amazon. Actually, a friend sent some money for his birthday, and I thought, oh, he would love this. And so if Jackie's watching, this is one of the things I got with that. But it's just a little aquarium. I actually cut out that little picture out of National Geographic, that little picture of the clownfish swimming behind, or behind, just as a scene thing. So I just kind of cut that out of a magazine to make a little aquarium scene. But so look, he's found Franklin's environmental studies book, and as I suspected, he is super interested in it. And of course, the best investment for staying at home has been this trampoline, which is an adult exercise trampoline. Now he's back to the book, that I got on Amazon. I think it was like $19.99. And it folds up so you can put it away. It cleans easily and everything. So that's a really great investment. But yeah, he loves this environmental studies senior and high school textbook. This is actually for an AP course, so it's more of a college level textbook. But he just goes through it, and definitely put things out at a variety of levels for kids, because if they don't feel like they're they're not into their age level, they might be into some things that are a little bit above or even below their age level in a wide span of developmental type of activities around a theme like animals. So in addition to the animal theme, of course, as I said, I also set out musical instruments and his toys that kind of make musical sounds or noise. And we've just been enjoying a lot of cuddle time, a lot of napping time as well. And he also has his little Class Dojo app. So he is on Class Dojo with his preschool teacher, and she sends some lessons and stuff from time to time, and just some ideas and lots of resources, like some great websites to go on. Starfall has a great little calendar section for each day. The Switcheroo Zoo, the Fun Brain, PBS Kids. There's so many different websites, and even some of the zoos have like virtual tours for kids that are very abbreviated so they don't lose interest. It's just a matter of like minutes, a few minutes to kind of see some cool stuff. So he's doing that. So this is moving into theme 2. I did cars and balls, like basically vehicles and balls. So I brought in his little scooter. He has a goal of trying to ride the scooter this year. He's really scared of getting on it. He wants to sit down on it, which is probably understandable, or just roll it like a car. But anyway, so I decided to wash it up and bring it inside so that he can kind of, hang out with the scooter. I also put on Cars, the movie, and all these different kinds of balls, set out that. Just a couple different items, like the balls in the cars or the animals and the musical toys or whatever, just kind of gives some variety, but also limits which toys are available, and with a kind of loose interpretation on balls, because the abacus, of course, isn't really, balls, but it has little balls that go across the abacus. So anyways, but yeah, so cars and balls for the second theme. And so he does also have like some of these balls that are kind of cool. They kind of light up and flash when you bounce them. So that's also just adds some variety. And guess who is not keeping quarantine? She keeps sneaking outside. This is Nala. She's being bad. She's looking for some attention on the sidewalk. This is Franklin trying to do push-ups with Langston, which he actually did a few, but I didn't get enough video of it to really show. He was going online doing he's enrolled at university now, so he is doing his like little roommate search for this coming fall. And Langston, of course, he loves to watch the credits of every movie, so you know, he's still into that, and he's learning how to stand on a stool and get his own water from the sink instead of needing help. So I've been baking, cooking, of course. These are some banana bread muffins made with 4 bananas, so they're super, super moist. Here is Langston again, just passed out. I love just listening to him sleep. It's just so precious, and of course, you know, something that I don't always take time to just enjoy that. And Nala, of course, is napping now. She's being better. She's staying inside these days on week 2, a little bit better. This is Langston watching his movie through a scarf because he decided that would be a good way to mix up the Rio movie, and he wanted to watch it a second time with a scarf over the TV. So that's kind of cool. I don't know why he's covering his ears though, because that I don't know if he's basically shielding his ears as well. I've been working on a portrait commission since I'm no longer able to do hair, and I just have one commission, which I'm very grateful for. Once I finish this, I have no more work, so I'm trying to knock this out. So this is like the sketch and then the underpainting, and then now I'm starting to add some more finishing touches to it. So I have another couple days to get this done. This is the most recent stage that it's in. So I've started, you know, some more detailed work on the clothing, and I just have to now go back into the face and finish out all the details in the face as well. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to wrapping up this portrait and hopefully getting another portrait commission. I'm probably going to be slashing a lot of my prices on my art website soon, so look for that because we've got to somehow pay these bills because this is just a crazy time. And I did actually also change my hair, which you probably noticed from the very beginning of the video to the beginning of quarantine. I had my braids, so I had my braids in for 3 months, and it was time. They'd grown out a couple inches, and so yeah, here's my crazy picture of during the transition. You know, I took my braids out, and then my hair looked really whack, and then I cornrowed it up and crocheted in this hair. So this is just a crochet weave, which basically means you take little pieces of hair and latch hook them into the cornrows, and then you know, it's just like a natural looking kind of freeform weave that way. So trying that out. And Langston he just made his very first recipe, so he's making some cookies. He actually loves M&Ms, so I thought, well, maybe we should try some M&M cookies, and his cookies turned out really well, so I'm super proud of him. So that's just a little peek into our shutdown, lockdown, quarantine, whatever you want to call this situation. It's crazy, unprecedented, unpredictable situation that we're all experiencing in our own way right now. So I'm wishing you the best. I hope that you're doing well. I hope you have some delicious cookies or something else to eat where you are. And I will try and make some more videos. It's been kind of hectic, actually. I have less time to do things with 2 kids home, which, you know, any parent understands that. Versus when they do go to school, then I can knock out a lot of, get a lot more work done when there aren't constant distractions. But I'm grateful for my kids. I'm grateful for health. I'm grateful for safety. I am hoping, fingers crossed, that somehow, we get that income together to get these bills paid, because that's the main thing freaking me out right now, other than, of course, the virus itself. But thankfully, we've all been safe. Isaiah's in the UK. He's safe. He's healthy. So I'm grateful for all of that, and hoping that everyone watching this is also at home and doing well and, staying safe.